like you love yourself. Move like you love yourself. Speak like you love yourself. Act like you love yourself. Welcome back. We are now in week 2 of the Back to Love. Or is it? Where is it? Where is it? I can't even point, you guys. You know where it is. Welcome to week 2 of the Back to Love Challenge. I'm so excited to have you here. Thank you so much for watching and for joining me this afternoon. So if you did catch last week's episode, last week we started out with week 1 of this very exclusive training series of the Back to Love Challenge. And week 1 was all about how to stop putting your love on hold, because we often see love as something that we need to work towards, something that we need to earn, something that we need to strive for. But what we don't often realize is love is already inside of us, and it is already something that we are worthy of having. So if you have not yet caught episode number 1 of the 5-week Back to Love Challenge, you can go check it out on turnupthelove.ca and you'll see it there, and you can get yourself caught up right away. Okay? Good morning to everyone who's jumping on. Afternoon here in Canada, but morning in Australia. That's where Dawn is tuning in from. We have Kim here as well. She's also on Canadian turf. We have a couple new people that I'm not too familiar with. So hello, Janelle. Hello, SA Blowers, Saz Blowers on Instagram. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad to have you guys here today for day 2 of the Back to Love Challenge. So, like I was saying, last week you really learned about the importance of not putting your love on hold. And that really, in order to love your body, you have to be able to separate it from society's long-ass list of heavy expectations that they've put on us, okay? And all of these week 1 submissions that came in the Back to Love Challenge Facebook group, which is something that you can join when you do sign up for the challenge. If you have not yet signed up for the challenge, we're just moving into week 2 now, so you have lots of time to catch up. If you'd still like to join us, you're able to. So all of these week 1 submissions came in last week, and it really reminded me of how equally challenging the personality trait expectations are to the physical. So in previous years, when I've run this Back to Love Challenge, I've noticed that usually the physical list tends to be a lot longer than these personality trait expectations. But I found it really interesting because I found this time around it was actually the opposite. So what that tells me is that we are really starting to learn to let go of these physical expectations we've been holding on to. We're learning to be more authentic and step into our power as our unique selves and really own the quirks about us, which I absolutely love. So you can tell that a lot of the girls that did show up for the challenge in past years have really been shifting and moving through this. So I was so deeply honored and blessed that I could hold space and see them and witness them transform in this way. It was really, really, really incredible. Hi, Kim, you're here with us on Facebook too. Thanks for joining. So you guys really, really did an incredible job at really witnessing this and owning this. I was really, really impressed with your entries. So well done. You guys did so, so great. So keep up the good work, and I cannot wait to see how we continue to transform as we move into week 2 of the challenge. So if you have already joined the Back to Love Challenge, if you are already part of the group and you've already kind of gone through and reread some of these entries, I'm sure that you can really see that so many of us have experienced some of the same level of pain and held on to some of the same expectations as the other members of the group. One of the really common ones was a lot of the shorter girls in the group had talked about how they wish they had long legs, and then I had shared with them that I have always wished that I had shorter legs. So it's just so interesting how so many of us can have so many commonalities. Commonalities, is that even a word? So many similar experiences going through this. So yeah, it was really awesome to witness, and it was really interesting to see that we've held on to a lot of the same expectations. So if you haven't already joined the group, you can go on and get on inside there. But first you have to sign up for the Back to Love Challenge, which you can do by clicking the pinned post on Instagram, or you can just hit the banner at the top of the screen on Facebook, and you can join there now and get in on the group and catch up on week 1's activity. Okay. But for those of you who are new to hanging out with me, since we do have some new people joining me today, I just want to start off by letting you know who I am, if I'm a new face to you. First of all, thanks so much for hanging out here. So I'm Sarah Pettis. I am a body positive intuitive eating coach, and I'm also the founder of turnupthelove.ca. And my mission and what I really do and how I sort of support women is I really help the serial dieters, the women who've been stuck in the mud of dieting, to really stop this self-critical body talk that they have going on, any obsessive calorie tracking, feeling guilty around food, and stopping this exercising for punishment, and teach them really how to trust food and their bodies again and really come home to themselves. And something else that I really enjoy doing is helping to lead women get back into a space of feeling genuine love, joy, and acceptance, which is exactly why I'm running this Back to Love challenge for these 5 weeks. Okay, so you're in for a real treat today because this is a very exclusive series, like I said, and I have our bodies this week, okay? You're also going to learn today why you'll go so much further when you can start actually appreciating your body for all that she's already done for you versus beating her up for all the things that she isn't. Okay, so why you're going to go so much further when you actually take on that approach. I'm also going to dig into why you'll never, ever, ever be able to hate your body to love and self-acceptance, and why the only way to really come home to her and really find joy and peace and freedom while you're making your way through this crazy enough world as it is, you really have to be able to come from that place of love and self-acceptance now, rather than trying to beat on her for all the things that she's not. Okay? And then we're also going to get into how to focus on the feels that really support your body on all levels, okay? And what that really means and what that really looks like. So what do you guys say? Ready to get into it? We got a lot to cover today, as per usual though, because that's just typically how we do things here, right? We cover all of the things. So again, thank you guys so much for joining. Oh, and do me a favor. If you know someone that could benefit from this conversation, someone that's really been struggling within their own body, someone who's been beating themselves up for the way that they look, or comparing themselves to other people, or living up to someone else's expectations and trying to find joy from that, please share this video or the challenge with them, because I really do feel like it can benefit them. And I believe as women, it is our duty and our mission to support those in our circle. So don't share this, don't keep all this information to yourself. Share it with those that you think could benefit and would also appreciate you sharing it with them. Okay? All right, so to get things rolling here, I'm going to start off by asking you, because this is going to be a question it's different for everyone. So I'm really curious to hear, how would you define beauty? What does beauty look like to you? What would be your definition of beautiful? Hit me up in the comments and fill me in and let me know how beauty resonates with you. How would you define it? So, I'm going to clarify beauty. Okay, as you guys are filling me in, I'm going to clarify beauty for you as well. Okay, so how can you clarify beauty? What makes someone beautiful? How can you really define beauty? Well, beauty. You can be any shape or weight. You can have big boobs or small boobs. You can be any race or ethnicity. You can be tall, you can be short, you can have stretch marks, you can have scars, you can have acne, you can have cellulite, you can have short hair, you can have long hair, you can have no hair. You can have tattoos, you can have body piercings, you could have spacers. This all defines beauty. Kim defines beauty as someone who is self-confident. Thank you, Kim. This is how I define beauty, okay? By all of these things, you can be and feel beautiful if you have any of the things that I just listed. Any of those things at all, you can find beauty there, okay? But the boldest point of all, and the biggest thing that I want to point out here is you are beautiful if you are here, if you have a body, and if you are experiencing life right now. That's it. If you are here and you were created to be here, guess what? You are beautiful because you have a body. You've been granted that gift. You win. Congratulations. Ding, 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 winner Genyo. Yeah, that's you. Guess what? You have a body, so you are beautiful because you are a gift that was given to this earth. Okay? That is beauty. That in itself is beauty. Okay? So you can be all of the things. It really doesn't matter what you see beauty as, because that's your own perception, and that is A-okay. Dawn describes beauty as being having a perfectly sculpted body, straight hair, and being youthful. But then she also says, that's too much work for me. That's too much work for me. And you know what? Yeah, it probably is, Dawn, because you have much greater things to do with your time, your energy, and your life than to achieve those things, especially if they are total opposite of what you are. Okay, Dawn? So you can be beautiful from just being you, from just having a body. You win. Congratulations. Beauty is what you make it. Okay, and we're going to get a lot into that today, okay? So before we do get into that, what I want to know is, when was the last time you actually gave your body some credit? When was the last time you celebrated her? When was the last time you honored her? When was the last time you counted all your blessings that you have for simply just having a body? When was the last time you did that? When was the last time you thanked your strong arms for helping you to move that furniture across the room when you did a reno? Or you were moving things around to make things look different? When was the last time you thanked your beautiful belly for carrying your gorgeous children for 9 months? I'm not a mother, but that is the greatest gift, in my opinion. When was the last time you thanked your wrinkles for all of the times that you showed deep expression? When was the last time you did that? Okay? When was the last time you thanked your blemishes, which I've been working through a lot of, for speaking up when your body is reacting to something and something is going on internally? When was the last time you thanked your body for speaking to you in that way? So if you think about it, from all of the things that I'm sharing here, you have a lot of things to be grateful for. Your heart is actually beating every second inside of you, just thumping away to keep you alive each and every single moment, each and every single day. And that alone is pretty damn remarkable. Isn't it? It is pretty damn remarkable, right? The reality is here, you guys, is that your body has gotten you through a hell of a lot. Especially when you start taking inventory of all the things your body's gotten you through, you're like, damn, me and my body have been on a freaking journey. Okay? So whether we've gone through heartbreak, whether we have gone through sorrow or childbirth or sickness or pain, she has always, 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 always had your back. Your body has been there, standing there by you, even when you've beaten her down, even when you've called her names, even when you've tried to say that she needs to look a certain way in order to be accepted and loved. She's still been there. She hasn't turned her back on you. No matter what, she's been there, right? She's been there. And this is why, you guys, it is so incredibly damn important that we cherish and honor her and start taking care of her. Okay? This is why this is so incredibly important. You feel me? If you're feeling me, hit me up in the comments on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being, Sarah, I'm feeling you. I hear what you're saying. You got truth, girl. 1 being, what, are you speaking French? I don't know. I'm not on your level. I'm not on your level. Hit me up in the comments and let me know where you're at in this conversation here. Okay? I want to know. Because this is so important. And I feel like we truly cannot continue on this journey towards self-love if we first don't cover these bases of all that our bodies are already doing for us to support us on a minute by minute, moment to moment basis. 10. I got some 10s. Sweet. Kim's a 10. 10s on Instagram. Awesome. Okay. Good. I'm glad that you guys are feeling this. So let's just imagine for a second. Let's just imagine for a minute that what if instead of judging your body, so we know our body is valuable. We know our body's had our back. We know our body has been there to support us, right? We got some 10s, so we're feeling this, okay? So what if instead of judging your body, instead of judging her, when you looked in the mirror and you just put that reflection aside for a second, what if instead of judging your body for how she looks, you started to appreciate her for all that she's already done for you? How do you think your life would change and transform? Hit me up in the comments and let me know what that reality would look like if you just set aside your reflection for a minute and you instead started appreciating her for all she's already done for you, having a look at your lifespan and all the ways that she supported you. How do you think things would shift when it comes to you, your body, and love? Dawn says, 10, absolutely, I'm hearing you. Best. Thank you, Dawn. I'm glad you're with me. So how do you think that you'd behave if you stopped considering your reflection for 1 minute and you appreciated your body for all she's done for you? How would you behave? How would you treat your body? Do you think that you put her on these intense diets that left her feeling hungry and tired and angry and aggravated and always wanting and searching for more to fill her up? Would you nourish her with abundant, nourishing foods that make her feel energized and satisfied and vibrant and strong? What would your day-to-day life look like? How would things shift for you? What would that look like? I want you to really get clear on this vision of what that would look like for you, okay? Because this is not about eating and taking care of your body because you want her to look a certain way, because that is fueled by hate. This is about eating and taking care of your body because you love her and you genuinely want what's best for her. So I really want you to get clear on what that vision looks like if you were to forget about the physical appearance and you were just coming from this place of love. How would you behave? What would that look like? Let me know. Okay, describe that for me, okay? Because if you've ever been on diets, if you've ever been on any kind of diet, or you've ever restricted in any way, or you've ever obsessively worked out, if you've ever been in this place of punishing her and judging her, right? you know that living in that place of control only makes you feel tired, hungry, and weak. And when you lose that sense of control, you feel out of control. And you freak out, right? Because you're like, oh my God, like I have to control my body, because if I'm not doing that, then I'm gonna go the opposite way, right? I'm gonna completely let myself go, right? We're so all or nothing. We're so in this black and white mentality, right? So when you are living in that place of having that restriction and that control with your body, I hate to break it to you, I hate to be the bearer of bad news here, but as soon as that's all over, if you even ever allow it to be over, and I'm sure no one wants to continue to live in this place of restriction all the time, this place of control all the time, because like Kim said, to be in that space of forgetting the reflection and just living and loving the body, it's more fun and less worry. And that's what we want, right? We're looking for freedom here. I know that's what I was looking for when I was trying to manipulate and shape my body. I wanted to be free. I wanted to just love myself and just be able to wear what I wanted and do what I wanted and just experience joy in life and not be thinking all the time about how I looked. But the truth is that you can already do that. And that's not going to come from the restriction and the meal plans and the obsessive working out and weighing yourself on the scale and drinking diet shakes and doing all of the things to control yourself. That's not going to happen there. Okay? It's not going to end, right? Because if you aren't allowing yourself to feel love and feel good now, then you are just giving yourself a one-way ticket to disappointment if you think that that's going to happen when the diet ends. Because they're still going to have those battling thoughts and that conflict with yourself and your body. It's not going to go away until you get to the root of what it is that's going on here. Okay? So Dawn said, I want to experience more energy to do the things I want to do. Yes. And you can experience those things. You can experience the energy. You can experience the fun and the less worry by appreciating the body you already have right now. You don't need to force and manipulate her to get there. Okay? This isn't about controlling her, your body. Okay? And I always say her, but this isn't about controlling her. Okay? Just to look a certain way. This is about taking care of her because you love her, not because you hate her. Does that make sense? Send me some love if that makes sense, you guys. Give me some hearts. Let me know if this is resonating and making sense to you. Okay? So in this week's email, if you sign up for the Back to Love Challenge, I sent out an email earlier this week for week 2. Okay, in regards to this topic that we're chatting about today, of how to pay it forward, because you owe her one, you owe your body one. And in this email, I said that, or I asked the question of, how do you want to feel in your body? And it is so incredibly important to get super clear on this, okay? So what I want to know is, what came up for yourself when you asked yourself this question, okay? What came up for you when you asked, how do I want to feel in my body? It's important to get clear, okay? So in one word, just one word, hit me up in the comments and let me know how you want to feel in your body. And it could be a number of things. This is going to look different for everyone, okay? Is it to be vibrant? Is it to be alive? Is it to be free? Is it to be happy? Is it to be strong? Is it to be focused? Is it to be awake? Is it to be powerful? How do you want to feel in your body? Okay? So similar to last week on the topic that we were chatting about, if you've been struggling to how you want to feel in your body, I want you to remember the exercise we did last week in the challenge. Again, if you're not signed up for the challenge and you want all this info and you want to dive into this content, you can sign up by hitting the link in the banner on Facebook, or I've pinned the link to join the challenge on Instagram. If you are struggling to figure out how you want to feel in your body, think about how you don't want to feel in your body, okay? Think about the opposite. So do you want to feel sluggish? Do you want to feel tired? Do you want to feel lazy? Do you want to feel exhausted? Do you want to feel stressed? Do you want to feel bloated? Do you want to feel heavy? These are the things that you probably don't want to feel, right? And then choose the opposite of that. And that will help you to really identify how you actually want to feel in your body. So for me, I no longer wanted to feel imprisoned. I feel like I was in prison with my body. Like literally in prison. I was in a jail cell. Like I was stuck, and that there was no way that I could get out of this mess that I was in. So to me, the opposite of prison was freedom. And when I knew that I wanted to feel free, I embodied freedom in every way, which I'm going to get more into in just a second. So just to cover the comments here. So Kim has shared that she wants to feel happy in her body. Yes, happiness. We all deserve to feel happiness and joy, right? We don't have to suffer. We're living these lives of suffering, and we're choosing that suffering. I'm sorry to be honest, but we are choosing. If you are suffering, that is your choice. You were not put on this earth to suffer, and it's just your current reality that you're in that's choosing suffering. You absolutely can choose happiness, Kim, and I think you've done a really good job of working towards that by showing up in the group, joining the challenge, signing up for the Reconnect with Food intro program, coming to my workshops. Kim, you can tell that like you really are serious about this journey, and I'm proud of you for that. And I hope you had a really good trip, by the way. Dawn wants to feel empowered. Yes, girl, empowered. And that's how women should be feeling in their bodies, not like they're stuck and they can't do anything about it, right? So that's really important to identify. Once you guys have identified how you want to feel in your body, then we can start to work towards accomplishing that feeling, okay? So now let me ask you this, okay? Now let me ask you this. Do you think that filling your body up with highly processed foods filled with chemicals, sugar, fillers, and crap is going to make you feel happy, is going to make you feel empowered, is going to make you feel free, like it was for me? Do you think filling her up with crap all the time is going to make her feel those things? Yes or no? Yes or no? Do you think that forcing your body to work out 6 days a week when she's crying in pain, telling you to stop, is going to make her feel happy and empowered and free? No, it's not. It's not going to make you feel that way. No way. No, it's not going to make you feel that way, right? Do you think filling your body up with Botox and lip injections is going to make you feel happy? Maybe temporarily. And for those of you who do have those things, I hope it makes you feel happy. But I don't feel like we have to go that route in order to feel that level of happiness. That's your choice, but I don't feel like we need to be pushing that and promoting that to bring us happiness. No, I don't believe that. Right? Do you think that losing every single inch of belly fat is going to make you feel strong? Maybe temporarily, until you go back to choosing foods that make you feel good, and you have all these social events going on, and you're hanging out with your friends, and you're living your life, and then all of a sudden the belly fat comes back, and then you're not going to feel so strong, are you? No, you guys, these feelings are fleeting, okay? They're fleeting. What we want to do is we want to step into how we want to feel every single day and make those choices every single day, okay? And if you are doing things that are causing you to stay on the list of things you don't want to feel, that's a list that you were choosing, okay? So you have to think about it. Are the choices that I'm making bringing me closer to feeling how I want to feel in my body? Okay? Maybe you should write that down. That would be a good question to ask yourself. Are the choices I'm making today bringing me one step closer to how I want to feel in my body? So think about how you want to feel, and then think about the choices that you're making on a day-to-day basis, and ask yourself, what list are you choosing? Are you choosing the list of things of how you want to feel that are making you feel free and empowered and happy and strong and loved, or are you choosing the opposite list? Okay? Think about that when you're making these choices, okay? And think about which list that you are supporting, all right? Because to care and love for your body, it really is about making these choices. And you have to make these choices every single day, because that's going to bring you one step closer to how you want to feel in your body. Okay? That's going to make you feel one step closer to how you want to feel. And loving your body doesn't mean that you can't lose weight. It doesn't mean that you can't eat better, or that you can't work out, or you can't change your appearance. It's about choosing her before just the physical appearance that you're seeing in the mirror. Okay? So what does happiness look like to you? What does empowered look like to you? What does freedom look like to you? Okay? Loving your body also means that you're grateful for all that your body already does for you. And that's where the paying it forward piece comes in, right? So you're going to treat her with that love and that respect that she already deserves. So today we're really going to be paying it forward by giving back to our bodies for all that she's already done for us. And that brings me to today's challenge activity. And that wraps up today's workshop here. On the Turn Up the Love page. But if you want to know what this challenge activity is for the week 2 challenge of the Back to Love challenge, you can actually join the challenge and get in on the challenge. And when you join the challenge, you'll get access to the private Facebook group, where I'm going to be going live immediately following this training. I'm going to be doing a VIP session of Q&As for any of the girls who want some further clarity on this topic or have any questions about how to love themselves. I'm going to be jumping in there immediately after this to do that. You also get a workbook to accompany today's training and every single training for the 5 weeks. You'll also receive an email from me every week that kind of gives you some background story of this topic. You'll get journal prompts. You'll get exclusive access to me. So you'll get a whole lot more. If this is resonating with you, if this sounds like something you want to dive deeper in on, girl, come join us. Okay? So I'm going to be heading over there now. Who's going to be meeting me there in the Back to Love Challenge Facebook group? Let me know in the comments if you're going to be joining me in a couple minutes over there. Before I head over there, though, I do want to say that loving who you are, it's going to require some effort on your part, okay? But being someone who has spent like the last 5 to 6 years really working through this stuff and really diving into the arena of self-love, I can absolutely attest that, yeah, it's freaking hard, and there's some days where you feel like absolute garbage, but there's other days where you just feel so elated and you really feel connected to yourself and your highest self and your purpose, because you're really listening to who you are and what you need. And it's so incredibly worth taking the step forward on this journey. Because ever since I started working through this, I've given off more self-confidence. People have started to take notice of this, and it's really amazing that I've been able to kind of step into my own power. And I want that for you too, and I want that for women everywhere, because we have friggin' work to do, and we gotta let go of all this stuff so we can really step into that power. All right, so some of the girls are going to be joining me. Awesome. Cool, Dawn. I'll be seeing you over there in the group. I hope to see you there as well, Kim. And who else do we have here from the challenge? A couple of girls on Instagram as well. Hopefully you guys will be joining us in on the challenge. If you have tried to gain access right away, and then you can catch the Q&A. I'll approve all of your submissions before I go live and do the Q&A, okay? But for the next 5 weeks, each and every Wednesday, I'm going to be going live here on the Turn Up the Love page, okay? You can catch these live trainings. We're going to be going live with week 3 next week. And next week, we're going deep, my girls. We are going deep because it's all going to be about how to let go of the past, okay? Which is a tricky one, but it's an absolutely necessary one, okay? So come and join us. It's going to be deep, solid, good ground foundational work to take you to that next level and bring you one step closer to turning up your inner love dial and feeling the love that you so rightfully deserve, okay? So here's to really listening. Here's to having more soul chats with your beautiful body. I'll catch you guys inside of the Facebook group. See you next week. Bye, girls.